Alright, what's going on, you guys? Indead here again doing a new video for y'all. The fact of the matter is this: the new generation is among us. The PS4, the Xbox One, the Wii U, the Ouya, the Game Stick, the Vita, the 3DS, everything is here. Even Steam box crap's coming out. But one of the most important things that's come out with the newest generation of the PS4 and the Xbox One is that mandatory installs are going for basically every single game out there. Now let me tell you about these. Let me talk about this real quick because I've been meaning to do this since I first shot my video for the PlayStation 4 way back when it came out. Back in November, was it? I hope. Anyway, I talked very briefly about this and I said I would do a video about it. Here it is. The mandatory install crap, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the mandatory install stuff. It is awesome. And let me tell you why. Here's the point. Now, one of my favorite things about, like, unfortunately, as the Xbox 360 has evolved, the software in it has become more and more bloated, and a lot of the dashboard crap has become really bogged down. But in 2009, when they put out the NXE, the new Xbox experience, you could install your games to the hard drive, which no longer required the disc to spin. You had to put the disc inside the tray. It no longer spins. Now, not every game supports it. I'd say probably 95% of the games out there support this feature. You can install the game to the hard drive. And the point is it does not spin the drive. It does not spin the drive, does not spin the disc in turn, which means it's generating less heat. It's not moving a bunch of unnecessary extra parts. It's running the hard drive. If anything happens to a hard drive is easy to replace. You just take it out, put a new one in, you're done. Replacing a disk drive is a bitch, basically. So this new concept of, oh, Killzone requires 45 gigs to install. You know what that means? Shorter load times. Shorter load times. It may take an initial 10 to 30 minutes to set up a game when you first buy it, when you first put in an Xbox One game or first put in a PS4 game. When you first buy it and put it in, you have to wait 10-15 minutes. Go take a shit. Go do something. You're going to sit there for 5 hours and play this brand new game anyway. Go take a dump. Go grab your chips. Go get, text all your friends. I'm never going to talk to you ever again. Text your girlfriend. I'm out of here. Go find a new boyfriend. I got a game for 5 hours. You got lots of other things you can do for the next 10 to 30 minutes when this crap is installing. And when it's done, boom. Short load times. Short load times. Improved graphics, so the textures don't have to pop in. There isn't as much pop in. Textures aren't loading while you're playing. It's designed with this concept in mind. And in turn, what you people should realize is that by these discs installing, that means that the whole problem, the whole concept of the Red Ring of Death was all about unnecessary extra heat. Moving parts, shit's breaking, stuff's heating up, and all the glue that holds it together and moves all the thermal paste that moves the heat and disperses it out to the heat sinks and all that crap. All that stuff could be slightly alleviated. If the heat is up here, but you're not spinning the disc, it comes down here, who knows? But in turn, this runs the consoles a lot cooler. How many bitched about having to buy replacement 360s? Your disc doesn't fucking spin. It spins for 30 minutes when you first buy the game. It doesn't ever spin again. You put it in, it plays. It says, hey, I know what disc this is. Done. Doesn't fucking spin. Okay? Doesn't spin. Killzone doesn't do it. Knack doesn't do it. Battlefield doesn't do it. These games don't do it. Xbox One games, they don't do it. They do an initial 5 to 30 minute installation. You have to wait. I don't care that you have to wait. It's worth it, and you need to realize that. People complain, oh, Battlefield takes 40 gigs to install. Oh my god, that's so much space. Oh my god, so much. No. These consoles are coming with a 500 gigabyte hard drive. If they make later iterations of the consoles, they're going to get larger and larger and larger hard drives. Now, unfortunately, I can't find a freaking data manager on the Xbox One. But the PS4, people say, oh, these games are like 40 gigs a piece. Let's do the math, okay. 40 times 10 is 400. A 500 gigabyte PS4 has 427 gigs, I think, left after it has done the whole entire formatting for the hard drive, installing the PlayStation 4 operating system onto it, all the stuff it needs to do. You have 427 gigs. You know what that is? That's 10 games. You see behind me? You see this huge shelf of games? Let me turn the phone over here too. You see this huge shelf of games, all that crap? If you are playing people say, oh, I don't want to have multiple games because I have to go through and delete my games whenever I want to play more. If you were playing more than 10 games at one time in your lifetime, in your life gaming period, you're me, okay? You're me. You are me, because no one else does that. If you were playing 10 different games simultaneously, you're me. These cost $40 to $60 brand new. Cheapest you can find it might be $20 on the crazy Black Friday sales and shit. Okay? The space is not an issue. And in the case of the PS4, just delete your game install and it's gone. Easy little data manager. The Xbox One, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I'm a tech savvy guy, I don't know where the fuck the manager is. Okay? People are complaining about these install sizes being large, taking a long time. 10 to 30 minutes is not a long time. Go take a dump. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get at. This is amazing. This means these consoles will run longer, live longer, run cooler, use less power, won't jack up your disc, which they're Blu-rays. Now this I didn't understand. How could people get scratches on the PS3 Blu-ray? My assumption was you took the disc, glued it to the bottom of your shoe, and went running for a while, and like scuffed the shit out of your disc. When I go to pawn shops, I'm like, who messed this up? How do you scratch a Blu-ray this bad? You're stupid. Put your games back in your case. Okay? This whole concept of this is awesome. The mandatory installs is awesome. No one benefits but us. No one benefits but gamers. Less money on hardware. Less money on hardware. Less electricity bills because there's less hardware moving around and shit. And our games aren't getting jacked up by spinning, and then someone comes over and knocks over your Xbox 360 or whatever the hell it is and shreds your game to hell. Doesn't happen. Disc isn't spinning. See what I'm getting at? Here's the catch. So here's the last bit of this. Is people were talking about this. This I thought was so stupid. I thought this was so dumb. People are saying, it's if the games require mandatory installs. If the games require mandatory installs, then I'll just download all my games this generation. Why buy a digital copy? Why buy a physical copy? They're all just gonna install anyway. If you want to download a 40 gigabyte game, go for it. 45 gigs. Go for it. Be my guest. If you want to download 45 gigs of data before you can play Killzone, be my guest. Especially when it costs the same amount of money. 60 bucks or 60 bucks. 60 bucks with a tangible thing that you can take back to a store if you don't want it and sell it back. Sell it in for 5, 10, 15, I don't know what. Are they, what, is GameStop giving you like $2 for this now or something? If you think that it's more intelligent to buy digital copies this generation, you're dumb. It's the exact same thing. The digital and installing a physical disc is the exact same thing. The only downside is this thing's sitting on the shelf or sitting on somewhere, or fuck, I don't care. Throw the case away and just keep the disc. And if you throw the case away and just keep the disc, I'm gonna kill you because you need to ship those cases to me, because don't disrespect the gaming stuff. But that was a silly thing I heard. I kept reading tons of forum posts. Everyone's like, I'm just gonna buy all my games digitally. And I'm like, if you want to download a 45 gigabyte game, which in turn, at least in the case of the PS3, if you download Uncharted 3, which is like a 40 gigabyte game, you need 80 plus gigs to install it free on your hard drive. 40 gigs to install it, top of the 40 gig file you have. So you're like 40 gig file, you gotta install the 40 gig file. Now you've got 2 of those files simultaneously. Once it's done installing, then it will delete the old file. You need 80 plus gigs to install a 40 gigabyte game. If you want to download 45 gigs and think you're going to get a better experience or a different experience or anything, if you think that this having a tangible piece of media is stupid because you can download it and it's going to be installed anyway, you got it all backwards. So people like me who love tangible media, you see this? I don't want digital crap. I don't want this digital generation to take over. Oh, this freaking iPad nonsense. I don't want digital to take over. I am a collector, okay? I don't want digital crap to take over because, uh-oh, shut down the server, shut down the service. Oh, your games are gone. Oh, your crap's gone. You got an Atari game from 40 years ago? Well, we shut down the servers 3 years after we released that game. Doesn't work. Sorry, you paid your money, but it doesn't have it. Don't be dumb. Buy your shit retail. I love this. Blu-ray 40 gigabyte downloads implies that tangible physical is a better deal. If you want to sit there and download a 45 gigabyte game, which will take you like, I don't know, 13 or 15 hours or something on average, I don't know, freaking, not 13 or 14, it's a bit much, maybe 10, maybe 8 to 10. 10 hours on a crappy, modern, standard US internet speed, be my guest. Because I think it's dumb. I'd rather have a tangible piece of media, take 10 to 30 minutes to install it at most. Either way, after 7 to 10 minutes, you can play it anyway. Sit there and play it. Except for Need for Speed Rivals. That game has to install entirely, otherwise you can't even start the main game. You have to sit there and you wait on a loading screen while it's installing in the background. At least in the case of the Xbox One version. I'm sure it's the same on the PS4. So, I love this. I love this. Mandatory installs, physical copies being better than digital. I love this shit. It's awesome. This generation is gonna rock. I'm so excited for it. Anyway though guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully y'all learned something, because don't buy into the digital crap. It's scary. You're taking your rights away. You're taking your mandatory physical rights away. So don't do it guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all later. Peace. Boom.